There's one where a guy gives his cheating single MOM girlfriend a big surprise when he found out that she was cheating on him. And instead of blowing up or anything like that, you're going to see that, he handles it the right way. Title: I am leaving her tonight. He says, I've been with my partner for 3 years now. As always, things started off great. She has a daughter that I've grown to love as my own, even though her biological dad is still in the picture. Dating the single MOM, huh? Being the white knight. I dropped everything for them. I got a bigger apartment, I switched jobs to make more money, I changed everything to give them the peace of mind that they deserve. It was all better than I could ever imagine until this weekend. Smack! Right there. I'm going to read that again just to really hit home here. I dropped everything for them. I got a bigger apartment, I switched jobs to make more money, I changed everything to give them peace of mind they deserve. Well, maybe her kid's a good kid and deserves something very nice, but why doesn't the biological father contribute there? Dropping everything? Who does that? Nice guys. What happens to nice guys? Well, we all know. I'm sure he's a great guy, but you can't do this. Statistically, it's not going to work out very well for the guy. That's when I found out that she's been cheating on me with her sister's roommate. And that's the thanks he gets for everything. She did not have a good relationship with her sister when we first met, and I encouraged her to rekindle it because I knew it bothered her. Her sister is a free spirit, rarely holds down a job, drinks and does absurd amounts of coke and X just to pass the time. So her sister's a giant effing loser. So you're encouraging her to have a better relationship with this junkie? Really? Can't hold a job, drugs, alcohol, and you're going to see who she hangs out with? Really, dude? Her sister lives with 4 guys who her and my partner have known since middle school. They seem cool enough the few times I've hung out with them, so whenever she wanted to go hang out with her sister, I wouldn't bat an eye. You wanted to go hang out with her junkie sister with a bunch of guys that are probably equally doing drugs and all that. Really? Come on, dude. I found out during our camping trip for Memorial Day weekend when she was in the bathroom with her daughter. I grabbed her phone to look at some of the videos that she'd been taking, but admittedly, curiosity got the better of me, and I went through her messages, and that's when I saw her text to the roommate. Curiosity got the better of him. Maybe he was sensing something was up. Red flags he doesn't want to admit. I was almost paralyzed. I almost felt like I was going to black out, but I somehow managed to gather myself and chill out, and I took some screenshots of the text to have as proof and put her phone back in her bag. This poor guy, he set himself up to get hurt, but still, he thought he was doing the right thing, a good thing to help her, help the daughter. Thought he had a great girl, but the signs were all there. I didn't say anything to her. We only had a few hours left before we came home, and I wanted to spend those hours with her daughter. The past few days, I've been thinking of what to do, and the best solution I can think of is just packing my stuff and ghosting her. There you go. Now you're acting like the type of guys that would mess with her. I'm quitting my job tomorrow morning, and after she's left for work, I'll grab my stuff and leave her with the print out of the messages that I read. There you go. Take off. Head into the sunset. Leave the messages on the table. Have a nice life, a-hole. The only problem is he has a real attachment to her daughter. And I'm sure her daughter's a great kid. And that's the hard part here. These guys give up so much to take care of the kid. And they got no rights to the kid, even if the kid's a great kid. You know, it is a shame because they built the attachment. I'm still in the daze. My whole life is gone now. The future I saw for us is nothing, and I'm not sure how to process all this still. I'm calling my brother a few states away to see if I can stay with him and set up shop elsewhere. Tonight, though, I have to lay down next to her, and I'm not sure I won't break down knowing what is coming. Bro, you gotta pull all the reserves of strength that you had to get through this whole thing. And you know what? A lot of guys would freak out and yell at her and everything, and not that she wouldn't deserve to be freaked out and yelled upon, but I think it's better to just shock her, blindside her by taking off and heading for the hills. You know? She deserves it. But I hope he learns a lesson here. Now for his first update. He says, first off, I want to thank everyone for their kind words and advice. I'm doing the best I can right now, and I'm meeting with my boss in an hour so I can wrap that up. I'm also taking the advice of talking to her baby's dad about me leaving. We've always had a good relationship, and I want to give him a heads up on what is coming. As far as the apartment goes, we only have 3 more months on the lease, and I'm planning on paying the remaining months mainly so her daughter has someone to stay for the long time being. Why can't the daughter go with the dad? Right? You're going to pay another 3 months? but I guess he doesn't want to decimate his credit or something like that. I made sure she knows that I love her and always will, holding her this morning, knowing it was the last time that I ever see her, and that was the most difficult thing. Most difficult thing I've ever done, and it took everything inside me not to sob while doing that. Keep it under control, brother. I know you're deeply upset. It's understandable, but don't melt down. I'll update later once I have all my stuff and I'm away from the city. Thank you guys. You have no idea how comforting it is to have your kind words to come back to. Update number 2, or update number 3. I know I said I would update when it was all over, but you guys are right. I should have a talk with her daughter before I go. And when her biological dad picks her up from daycare, I'll be meeting them and talking to her in person before I go. It means a lot to me. He is letting me do this. Hopefully it's just enough closure for her. So I got to ask, why is, this guy's soon-to-be ex-girlfriend and the biological dad no longer together? Maybe because he knows who she really is, right? And so probably has no problem here with this guy meeting with the girl, telling her goodbye and all that, because he's a good guy and he was probably screwed over just like this guy. Next update. I met up with her with the biological dad and the little one. You guys are right. I really need to have that conversation with her to let her know that even if I'm not there, I'll always love her and that it's not her fault that I'm leaving. I did cry. I cry a lot, actually. I know I'll eventually fade from her memory and just become someone she has a vague memory of, but I'll remember her until my last breath. I never knew I wanted kids until she came to my life and showed me what true and pure love is. See, yeah, this guy made mistakes and the whole white knighting thing and giving everything up for them and blah, 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 and look what happened to her. But the guy cared about the daughter, and that's a big deal, and he was good to her. And now that's it, they're breaking up and it's over. He doesn't have any rights to her or anything like that. And it's just a shame, but at least he can tell the biological dad what's going on. But if this mother of hers is hanging out with her sister who's a junkie, I'm sure she's probably doing drugs too. This is not a good role model for the daughter. Maybe the dad should be taking care of the daughter, if that could happen. I thanked her dad for letting me have that moment with her. I gave him that Disneyland picture in case she ever asked me about it. He is aware of what went down and who my ex is spending her time with. As for my ex, I left screenshots on the kitchen table along with my key to the apartment. Nice one, dude. He's redeeming himself a bit here. Imagine her walking home thinking she's getting away with everything, and there you go. There's the screenshots. There's the key. The lease is up in 3 months, and now you're going to have to adjust to a new lifestyle. Find another sucker, unfortunately. I blocked her number, and my family did the same. I also blocked any mutual friends' numbers in case she tries to reach me through them. It's crazy that I'm leaving behind the last 5 years of my life, but honestly, I can't stay here. If you gotta go, you gotta go. End of story. My brother is taking me out in LA, and I figured out that my next move is. I'm off all social media, and once I get to my brother's, I'll change my number. I'm sorry if this update is anticlimactic, but that's how I wanted this all to go down. I'll update you guys when I'm all settled in. I do want to say that I love them with every ounce of my being. I'll miss the walks around the apartment complex, the random trips to Walgreens, watching Sophia the first time I memorized the episodes by heart, especially coming home from work and feeling like I mattered, feeling like I had a purpose that no matter what went on during my day, all that wouldn't matter once I opened the door. I'll miss all of them, but I know deeply down I have to let it go. Be safe, everyone. I'll try and update soon. And he's going to have another update to wrap this up, but yeah. The problem is, again, he's a good guy. But the problem is that a lot of good guys fall for this crap in the movies. I'm going to be the white knight hero. Things didn't work out with her marriage, and I'm going to be there for her and her daughter, and blah, blah, blah. And look what happened so many times, But the thing is, it seems to me he made them his purpose. A guy shouldn't make his... And I got people who disagree with me here on this, but you shouldn't make your wife your purpose or anything like that. Hell, even the wife and the kids. You can pursue a purpose that makes you happy and gives you resources in life and stuff like that, and then that can benefit your family, but when guys make their women their purpose, make relationships their purpose, all that, it's not a good place to be. Unless, of course, he's strong enough to have a balance and lay down the law. But a single MOM certainly should not be any guy's purpose. Now, as he wraps this up, he says there, I want to thank you guys for all the support and even the few negative comments I got in this. It's nice knowing I wasn't completely alone through the early parts of the whole situation. I'm at my brother's now and still getting set up, but hopefully that things will get better with time. I'll be honest, it's brutal right now and it's still flooded with sadness constantly. On the drive here, I had to finally pull over and let it all out. I'm sure right now we would be having dinner or watching a movie, and instead I'm on my brother's porch trying not to cry while I type this out. Okay, bro, it's time to get things together, my man. I haven't heard anything from my ex yet, which is helping, but knowing she'll try to find a way to reach me. I guarantee you she's going to try to find her way to reach you. She'll do anything. She'll be sending bounty hunters out. Boba Fett's going to be looking for you so she can freaking cry, capture you, freeze you in carbonite, and take her back to her so she can beg and plead and cry so you'll help pay the rent. Everything reminds me of them. I saw a Little Mermaid poster earlier and almost lost it. I never got to take the little one to see it and it just kills me. I do wonder, though, what I was missing or where I came up short for this to happen. What was missing where you came up short was that you were too nice to her. She's a piece of garbage, all right? She's hanging out with losers. You encouraged her to go hang with her loser sister. You thought you were doing the right thing, family first. There was a reason she and her sister weren't getting along. And she repaid your kindness and love by cheating on you. And I'm sure that roommate of your sister's, a guy, was equally a lowlife. No. She's a piece of garbage, but you were too nice, making your whole world about them, and this isn't even your kid. I'm sure it was a great kid, but you get my point. You can't do that again. I run circles around it, and I just can't explain it. Because you're a nice guy, that's why you can't understand this. I hope I heal fast from all this because I got a whole life to live. Yes, you do. I hope I did enough for the little one to not have been hurt by all this. I hope she keeps a sliver of me in her memory and hope she is loved like I loved her. Again, thank you all for the positivity and encouragement. I'll make it out of this. I've done this before and I'll do it again. What do you mean you've done this before? This is not the first time you've been cheated on by a gal that you gave everything to? Maybe I'll update this someday in the future, or feel free to send me a message. Be safe, and I wish everyone the absolute best. Well, I wish this guy the absolute best, but if this guy doesn't learn from his mistakes, he's going to go through this in years to come. He's got to take care of himself, stop being the white knight hero, okay? And you want to have a family one day, fine. Get together with a gal that doesn't already have a kid, because you're not going to have any rights to that kid if things go like they do here. And stop making your whole world about them. Make them your everything. That's insane. Take care of you. Put you first. Okay? End of freaking story. And if you don't learn from this, you're going to repeat the same thing. And she's going to track you down, by the way, whether it's Boba Fett or some other way, and some bounty hunter, and she's going to give you the waterworks and beg and plead. She'll probably put the girl on the phone crying, and this guy, and I'm telling you, bro, if you ever happen to hear this, don't fall for it. Otherwise, back in the same picture. Once a cheater, always a cheater. So there you go, guys. Yet another one about why you don't get involved with the single MOMs. Don't be the white knight hero, or this could happen to you. But this guy did handle it. He redeemed himself by getting out of Dodge and leaving everything on the kitchen table. And goodbye. I'd love to see her face when she walked in the door.